The purpose of this episode is to succinctly look at all the various theories that pertain to, is there an underworld of Giza and what exactly it is? What are the current theories about the underground spaces that are underneath the pyramids of Giza? Let's start with the academic perspective. So the scientific and archaeological theories around this are that there may be hidden chambers and passageways. Archaeologists believe that undiscovered chambers exist within the pyramid complex, and that's because they haven't been fully explored. The perfect example of this is the void within the Great Pyramid. They've already used advanced scanning technologies like muon radiography, and they've discovered a void within the Great Pyramid. But this is the use of technology that has been approved by the Egyptian authorities, and it is accepted that there is a void of some kind within the Great Pyramid. But it's unlikely that they are going to try and get into it. Well, in my opinion, it is, anyway. And what do they have to say about these spaces, whether they're underground or within the pyramids? Well, they say that the ancient Egyptians had rituals and practices which they utilized these spaces for, including the burial of their dead. So, yes, archaeologists do accept that the dynastic Egyptians may have had some underground tunnel systems and undiscovered cavities within the structures, and maybe there's more to be discovered. Good examples are the Osiris shaft on the Giza Plateau and the Serapeum, which is in Saqqara. They're both well-known underground complexes, and they're pretty mind-blowing in their own right, actually. But all this sits very comfortably within the current historical narrative, according to the Egyptologists, who will not entertain the concept of any prior civilizations. The next academic perspective with regards to the underworld of Giza pertains to geology. There are some natural underground caverns and rock formations scattered throughout the Giza Plateau. Equally, there are structures underground that have been further developed by the hand of man. So essentially, we've got the concept of, are these underground cavities man-made or are they natural, if they exist at all? Let's move on now from the academic perspective, and we'll start to have a look at the speculative and alternative theories around the underworld of Giza. And the first one is the ancient advanced technology. So there are some alternative theorists that suggest that the pyramids might be advanced technological machines to generate energy or chemicals or whatever, and these may involve underground structures, or they might even be structures to conceal advanced technology or artifacts or knowledge from a lost civilization. And it is even possible, from their perspective, that they could be both of those things. It looks like the most popular concept is that whatever they were for, the structures were built with an advanced form of knowledge and technology, commonly referred to as ancient high technology. And we can add to that the theories that revolve around the astronomical and cosmic alignments of both the structures above ground and below. Then there is the concept of repositories for the gods, or maybe they're just the ancients, i.e. from an earlier, more advanced civilization. But this is more about the speculation that these underground chambers house sacred texts or ritual objects or mystical artifacts. And that makes it very Indiana Jones type exciting. And then we have the more fringe theories. So I won't go into that in detail, but there's obviously the extraterrestrial concept and some fairly supernatural kind of theories about portals and mystical energy sources or supernatural artifacts. And some of these theories do link into speculation about ancient lost civilizations like Atlantis and the end of the Younger Dryas. But, it's kind of a pick and mix deal when it comes to this sort of thing. Whatever our perspective or our theories around this, I think pretty much everybody would like the archaeologists to keep going, to investigate it all further. But of course, there are limitations on them, limitations of finance and resources. So it's not that easy. You can say just dig it down and have a look. But there's so many issues for them to consider before they can do that sort of thing. So as well as the limitations of finances to do all this work, they also have structural integrity issues. They have the concern regarding the preserving of the security, so as to stop looters. And one of the more important concerns is the preservation of the site, so as not to do any damage while they are trying to find out more. From their perspective, sometimes it's easier to do something else and come back to the more difficult stuff at a later time in the future. Findings are true. They are extraordinary claims, and hence they require extraordinary evidence. And most mainstream archaeologists will inevitably remain skeptical of these, what they consider to be sensational theories. So what do I think about all this? Well, I'm on the alternative front, but I do want to see more evidence. I do want to see a peer review, but I am very excited still about this information because to me it is a big sign of some really exciting things to come.